This is just a quick little impressions video on the Pixel Watch 2 that I got free with my 8 Pro. Overall, TLDR, I think this is a nice upgrade from the Watch 1. The exterior dimensions, there's really nothing to tell that it is a Watch 2 compared to a Watch 1, but they've made changes to the sensor and, more importantly, the processor inside to make this a much nicer overall package here. They've got a newer multipath heart rate thing and sweat sensors on the back and all that good stuff to make it a more compelling fitness tracker. In terms of it being, just a normal smartwatch, it's pretty good. It's running Wear OS, of course, and it does everything you'd expect a Wear OS watch to do without any lag or stuttering. I really haven't had any problems like that. It responds quick. The build quality is quite nice. I think it looks really good. I have a really small wrist, so I believe this is like a 41 millimeter watch. So for some people that will be too small. Obviously you can get bigger bands, but for me that's perfect. And I really like the circular display design that they got going on here that rounds off, even though there isn't much of the display that you can use here. You got all your tiles here that you can customize, and you can see the weather and whatnot, and you can ask the Google Assistant any questions you may have, which is actually pretty good. Set a timer, do whatever, check the weather, set a reminder. It's all really good at doing that. It's actually surprisingly good. I thought the microphones would be worse, or the processing power would be worse. It's got a tiny little speaker right there, in case you, for whatever reason, want to take a phone call, you can do that. The crown feels very nice. I know that was sort of a complaint that some people had on the first one. But the reason why that the performance is good and the battery life, which was a big problem last year, has improved, is because they finally switched to a actual Qualcomm chip that's meant for these smartwatches. And speaking of battery, I'm ending the day with about 15 to 20% battery remaining. If it's a lighter day and I have the always on display on, maybe like 10%. If I have the always on display off, then about 20%. And that's what I'm seeing other people online also get. So the battery life, that problem is completely fixed, I would say. I put it on the charger at 7, 8, 9 p.m. and it lasts me until 7, 8, 9 p.m. the next day, which is perfect. It charges super quick. I can throw it on the charger for a half an hour. It's fully charged. Go to bed, get all the sleep tracking features, which work well, and that's, enough I need. In terms of any potential problems I've had, this gesture to go up, when you first wake the watch, it doesn't like to go up. That's because it's locked, but it'll take me 3 different swipes to get that gesture to work. But other than that, I really haven't had any problems at all. It comes with 6 months of Fitbit Premium, which is a good amount of time. I do appreciate that. I don't know if Fitbit Premium is really worth it for me. I don't think I'll be renewing my subscription here after that runs out. The only thing that is nice is the sleep tracking, like I said before. That's pretty insightful. Other features that I liked, I don't even think this is part of Fitbit Premium, is the stress detection management system, whatever they're marketing it as. But it's supposed to read multiple factors, including little microbursts of sweat, whatever that is, and sort of identify when you're excited or stressed out or happy, whatever. to its credit, it seems to work. I had a customer here at work get all pissy at me, and 15 minutes later it says, "Hey, we think you were feeling stressed, like 15 minutes ago." So I thought it was kind of gimmicky, but the longer I've used that feature, it seems to work pretty good. So I guess I can't complain too much about that. So overall, I think that this is a pretty stylish watch that is a good fitness tracker because of its tight knit integration with Fitbit. It's waterproof. It's got all the super accurate sensors that you'd want, but it's also a pretty good, just normal smartwatch. As long as you want something that's sort of this smaller size, or if you really like the design, then I'd say go ahead and get it. The only thing is that I don't think it's worth the $300 for the Wi-Fi model, or the $350 for the um, LTE model. I don't think it's worth that price. Hey, if you got it free with your Pixel, it's great. But on eBay, you can already get brand new ones for like $220. And for that price, around, like I said, $200, I think that it is worth it. I would go ahead and get this if you wanted to do either of those tasks. If you just wanted a nice wearable, or if you want a good fitness tracker. It's pretty good.